Welcome to the Mulligan Menace. Today we are playing Helm Warp, and this has to be one of the most ridiculous decks I've ever played. And when I would say ridiculous, I mean the silliest decks. It just feels like it has no reason that it should be as good as it is. It has wins that just come out of nowhere. It is just silly when you play this deck. The whole basis of this is it revolves around Giantcraft Helm, which has the ability of whenever a creature comes into play, of five or greater enters, you can attach this for free, and it gives it +4/+4. Now we have a whole creature suite of creatures that are 5+. We actually have 16 of them here, so that just automatically gives each of those creatures, whenever they come into play, +4/+4. The added benefit of something like this is we have warp on these creatures, so we get them for a lot cheaper than their full casting cost. So this can warp in for 2, and all of a sudden you got an 8/10 for 2 mana, which is just insane. Now granted, doesn't have haste, this doesn't have haste, this doesn't have haste, but this one does. Which means turn 3, even if you only have these 2 cards, you're all suddenly attacking for 8 damage on turn 3, which is pretty bonkers to start with. But we have ways to give these other ones haste. Full bore here. You can get +3/+2 haste and trample on top of it. So even if they have defenders, you can think this 12/10 creature is going to get through. So even if you just have this in the full bore, you're doing a lot of damage. So let's say you don't even draw the helm. You can attack in for that 12 damage, and then you even have a sack outlet here. So then you can sack it for 12 damage, and that's game. You just won it. You can do that for all these creatures, sack them for an insane amount of damage, especially if they have that helm. So these are coming in each turn, as you're dropping these each turn for the warp cost, and you can get the helm on there, sack them for all the extra damage here. We do have a couple other things. We have the Siege, which you can set to Teamer, so your creatures get +1/+0, and have trample and haste in those cases. Trample is huge in this to get that extra damage in. We do have an op to help you kind of find the cards you're looking for at the beginning of the game, as well as a Weaver, a Leyline Weaver here, that you can use for some ramping here. The other neat ability that Weaver has is that when you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, untap this creature, which works when you're warping in because this is still counted as spells that are over 4, which means you could basically get an extra mana out of the Weaver every time you're casting one of these creatures, which leaves extra mana open for you to cast full bore, an extra helm if you just happen to draw it, or an opt, or to sack it for more damage at the end. Like I said, this is a silly deck. You're going to see in the gameplay just how ridiculous these matches are. I'm not saying this deck's going to win all the time by any means, but it just wins out of nowhere. And you don't feel like you deserve any of these wins, and it's just the most ridiculous thing you'll see. Please hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. We're trying to build up to 500 subs to start out here. So please hit that subscribe button, and let's get into the gameplay. All right, let's look at this super silly deck. This is actually not too bad of a starting hand. We can do turn 2 Weaver. Turn 4, we can actually warp this in if we draw another island, and then cast full bore. Ooh, and I'll be drawing like crazy. Let's get this going. Just drop that. Need to get one more island out. Goes vacuum, don't really care about. Riddler's not bad, helps us draw a card. That stinks. Does slow us down a turn. Okay, that's fine. Ooh. Get some card draw in here. Really looking for that island. I know the full board would be nice, but an island is really what we're looking for. That's unfortunate. I think we got all the creatures we need. We need one more land so that we can cast that. I think I'm just going to cast this for the warp. Try to get that land. That works. Now we just hope they don't keep up removal. That's fine. Let them use it on that. These are the two cards I'm worried about. Yep. Exile away. Okay, what can you do with 4 land? They're going to keep 2 land up. I'm going to cast the Riddler. Yeah. We'll just cast this. We'll be able to draw a card. Just need to get more haste threats. Okay, tap out. Momentum Breaker. Okay. What else you got? Well, we got a hasty threat. Okay, that's fine. That means the coast is clear. We're gonna do blue for this. Enters tap. Alright, don't care about that. Oh, definitely got lucky there. I guess they had to get rid of that threat anyways. I could have dropped the helm too. That would have been nasty. Dirty, dirty. All right, let's look at this. We got land. We got the siege. We have the helm. We got Colossus. This is a great hand to start with. Let's keep it. Get the helm down right away. A Weaver would probably be the best. Okay, we'll take that too. Not much we can do this turn, unfortunately. We will drop the siege next turn. Oh, we're playing against a spider deck. Oh, graveyard. Okay, so we'll get the siege out. Oh, this might already almost be over here. They're popping off. All right, so what can we do is the question. We can do quite a bit of damage, but we can't do enough, unfortunately. We can do 3, 7, 8, 17 damage. Let's see here. Blue, we'll pay 2 life. We're actually going to cast this creature so we can draw. Just hope they don't kill us next turn. Cards to keep. Keep 7 cards. I suppose when you have this many, we can warp in the big guy. Do we have a sack outlet? Yep. Suppose. Give ourselves a land. Sure. Are they just gonna win it? They gotta do the full amount of damage here. This is kind of nasty. Did they just hand us the game? Okay. Yeah, take action. We need to... There we go. Good game. All right, let's take a look at here. We got some ramp in here, which is nice. And then we also have the siege. So let's get the helm down first. Ooh, enters tapped. That is a bummer. Kind of want to play... Well, let's hope we draw into other land. Plus the Weaver will be a land, so... Alright, they're going to probably destroy the Weaver, actually. Get this down, we'll get the Weaver out. If they don't kill it, we can drop our siege next turn, even if we have a tap land. They kill it. Alright. We will keep that on top. We do need to get to 5 land to drop this. Well, actually, we can do the siege and then drop this. And then we're still in the clear. So that'll be the game plan. Well, they're going to get a little aggro here. Gonna get this out. Give everything haste and trample. And the next turn's gonna be pretty fun. Oh, 1 land away from winning this turn. They might actually have me. Yeah, they have me, unfortunately. Yeah, if I drew a land that turn, I could have cast this and won the game. Oh, actually. Never mind, I'm going to draw it right here. This is sick. That is insane. Don't mind me, just here winning the game. That is nasty. All right, let's look at this. We got 2 land, a couple full bores, a Leyline Weaver, and a Helm. And then we also have a sack outlet. That's all, the only thing we're really missing here is a creature. And this is going to be pretty powerful otherwise. So keep it. Helm down right away. We can get the Weaver out next turn. Oh, playing against aggro red here. Alright, I have a feeling they're going to destroy the Weaver, but that's okay. There it is. Slows him down a turn, but it allows us to draw a creature here. At least we hope we draw a creature. Actually, that's the perfect one. So we can warp it in. We're going to be able to draw a card off that. Take action. Do 11 damage. We drew into another Riddler for next turn with 4 more again. That is just sick. This deck can have just phenomenal starts like that. Even with them killing our mana ramp right away, this just went off. Yeah, that's a good game. He didn't even give me a chance to cast it. All right, Helm Warp. We got 2 land. We got the Riddler, a couple Starwinders, full bore, and a Colossus. Let's keep it. Maybe we'll draw into a Helm. We need additional land as well. Weaver can help us ramp. Get the Weaver down next turn. Oh, playing mill here. That's a bit of a bummer. We will pay the mana cost here. Pay 2 life. Get the Weaver down. We're hoping to draw land, so we can draw a card here. Ooh, Helm. Ooh. Yeah, we want Helm. See if they counter it. They don't. They got enough untapped land that I do kind of want to avoid. But I guess I can run out the Riddler because I can draw a card off that. Another Helm. Sure, what the heck. Warp it in. Okay, they counter it. Just trying to get rid of those counters out of their hand. Oh. Full attack. We'll get some damage in. Try to bait out a counter. We'll attack in. I didn't want to cast with the full board because I thought we'd just end up losing everything if they counter it. So we'll hold off a turn. All right, resolve. They do get to look at the top 5 cards. Gets 2 of those. Okay, they're going to have us mill. If we get an untapped land, we win the game. Good game. Just a quick 20 damage out of nowhere. This deck is ridiculous. This is a fun and silly deck to play. Really enjoyed the games. It just felt like you weren't even playing Magic with this deck. Just the way you can win games just on a single turn, pull out a creature that can do 20 damage and just ruin people's games out of nowhere. Really funny to play it that way. I know I've had quite a few opponents that just seem to get salty when they thought they were going to win the game because they're following their great strategies and landfall, or I had one which was going to mill me out, and just out of nowhere, all slay, boom, 20 damage. Tell you, this is a fun deck to play. Like I said, silly, ridiculous deck. This is not going to win you tournaments by any means, but you are going to have a blast playing this deck. All right, well, please hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Like I said earlier, that I'm trying to get up to 500. But I'm posting new deck lists every day, so if you want to be the first to view those deck lists, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon, and have a fantastic day.